What's up? I think I'm on day 6 of my naked video challenge. So I'm excited to hear what your thoughts are so far. It's been quite the adventure for me, just pulling back the curtains of my raw and real reality of what it's taking to strip away old ways of doing so I can become more empowered in how I want to live my life and run my business. So welcome to today's video. I'm Sierra Sullivan, and okay, so here's the raw and real of it. Yesterday, I shot my day 5 video, and I was all like, woo woo, all these awesome things have been happening, and I'm not doing anything other than being and playing and having a great time, which is absolutely true. And then, of course, I came home that evening, and it was time to really put some marketing chops behind this this event that's happening in a couple of months. Well, probably more like 7 weeks, really, at this point. Now, that's, for those of you that know me, you know that that is actually my strength. Like, I'm a good marketer. I love to market, and I love to just sit and crank and write a bunch of email copy and things like that. But as I'm making this shift, I'm noticing that I have really not a lot of tolerance for making or taking action in that way anymore. I'm not saying it's not helpful or supportive. Marketing is huge, but I'm realizing that for me, that's a bit out of alignment with where I want to go. Now, again, I'm not saying that you're not going to see marketing come through. For those of you that are on my list and have been hearing from me, you know, some of you are just my Facebook friends. But for those of you that actually have followed me in my business, know that, you know, we put out a lot of content. And what I'm really present to is that there's still a piece, an old carved out groove of a pattern of mine that wants me to go down this road believing that that's the way to get people excited and energized and take action and fill an event. And I know it is to some degree, but for me, I'm being guided differently. As I lean back in my life, as I step more into my playful, fun self, as I become more spiritually aware and in my feminine and trusting and knowing and following my body and my own instincts, I'm guided differently. And what I'm noticing is that when I actually sit down to actually do all that cranking, all that, like, you know, writing and doing, my body's like, ugh! I get in sort of this freak out mode, which is so not like me. So last night I came home and I had this list of things I had to get done before today. My marketing manager lives on the East Coast, so it was already too late for her, and early she gets up early and does stuff. So I had to get it done last night. I had to get it done. Had to get it done. And I sat down to do it, and it just didn't feel right. Like, it didn't feel fully developed yet. It didn't feel ready. There was still some confusion or some pieces missing, and it really just felt like a whole lot of something for nothing. And so I had a little mini meltdown, just a little mini one, because I started to feel my body react to taking that action. And I started feeling really stressed out and really overwhelmed and really, like, inept. And thank God for my amazing partner and husband, Rano. He helped me just ground back in and remember that what I just shared in yesterday's video, that it's the way this event is going to feel is not, it's not about the doing. It's not about the marketing messages. It's not about taking action for the sake of action or following some formula because it's been somebody else's success formula. I've been guided deeply to just trust and surrender and know that the more I just reach out and gather the women and connect with my girlfriends and randomly meet with the people I love, I will fill that room. That event will have the exact right amount of people and the exact women that are meant to be there. But my mind and my old ways of being wants to, like, jump to action and make all this other stuff happen, which is really undermining the truth of what I'm being told. Anyone can relate? You relate to this? So it's a process. I'm in it. And it's, you know, every time I think I've arrived and it's so clear and I know what needs to be done, I get lost and confused in my old patterns. And the more I can just be aware and present to my feelings and what's coming up for me in my body, the more that I can actually step out of that pattern, which is why I'm choosing to do this video series. So I step out of a pattern of being overly marketing and promotional and less authentic than who I really am, and what I'm wanting to create and offer you. So that's my aha and deep behind the curtains share for today. I have to go actually back in and write some emails. I did have a conversation with my marketing manager, and we sort of cleaned it up and got a little bit more clear. So I feel much more in alignment to actually write those emails, and it feels good. But last night I wasn't, and I couldn't take action because I didn't have the clarity I needed. So sometimes we don't have the understanding, and we need to take action, and sometimes we need the understanding before we can take action. There's no right or wrong, but I think the message for me, and maybe a message for you, and I'd love to hear your thoughts, is you know, where can we be more in tune to our deeper knowing, and not just go into overwhelm because we think we should be doing something. So we'll see. Tomorrow's another day, and we'll see what happens. All right, thanks for listening. Again, love to hear your thoughts below. Love to hear what you think about these videos, and where you can relate in any way. Thanks so much for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow.